I was just this evening, about a half an hour ago, when there was a little more light, walking down my driveway to my mailbox. And I live on a farm that has a great deal of sasquatch activity. We have tree structures. We've had several encounters running into them at night. But I just had my first daylight encounter when I got to about here. I heard a growl coming from that clump of bushes right there in the center of the screen, and I've heard description of growls before, but I didn't expect it to sound. It actually sounded a lot like a tiger growl, but the classic one you would hear on television. And I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't sure what to think. I wasn't sure whether it came from that bush or whether it was a sound I was hearing from further away, but it was a very clear, single growl that lasted, I don't know, 5 seconds or something. And I continued walking. And when I got right here, I was walking alongside it. Suddenly I heard movement and then a thump, 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 moving away toward those trees back there. And my son's had one encounter. I've had several encounters here on the farm at night where we mostly could see their eyes. I've been quite close to them. We've never gotten any smell for whatever reason. Showing you the inside of this bush, you can see there's a sort of a hiding spot, a nice place to sit. And from here, you can watch the driveway, watch cars come and go up to our house, and no one would know that they were here. Right in this flat spot of ground is right where the sound came from. And you can see that that's not visible from the driveway. So what I did is I walked down, because we're really not afraid of them. We run into them and they always retreat. But it's interesting, it's in this corner of the yard, because I've been wondering about this corner. Because over the last few years, we've had issues with them breaking the trees here. If you see these branches that I've cut off, one 2 years ago and then one last year, both pulled down to the ground and left attached, but I cut them off, and in fact the wood's stacked right there. And then this spring we found this other one, and I cut the branch off. The branch was laying down here on the ground for part of the summer, and you can see the break in it up there, but something very, very tall, that's got to be 12 feet in the air where the break is, pulled that down. And then we just noticed a few weeks ago that we had a fresh break over here. This is an autumn olive bush, and that branch that's bent down here, you can see it's still living, was pointing up, obviously up that way. That's also maybe 9 feet, maybe 10, probably 9 feet off the ground, and all of this is right near that sort of spot. And I walked back here and looked around, because this is where it went. It ran straight back here. And I got down low and looked under these trees, trying to see if I could see anything, which I don't. I'll have to do a more complete video to explain the many encounters that we've had here, to share with you and give you a little tour of the things we've found. That's it for now. Thanks for listening.